Hello? Hello? Hello, everyone.
Who's that girl?
Ooh, okay. Probably should get started as quick as possible because I don't know how long I can stream today either. I have a lot of work to do, surprisingly. I got my drink. Hold on. Okay. Like I said, I don't know how long I can stream for, so let's get right back into it. We're playing Disco Elysium again. I have no idea how far I am in this game. I've been told that I've started a lot of quest lines, but I haven't got too far in any of them, which I guess is okay. But I generally don't know how many streams this will take, so... But yes. With all that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? That, okay, right. You can sleep after 9. Okay, what time is it? It's 9. Well, it's very late. Okay, we're here, I remember. Do I get a reminder? Photo you found a night watching booth, the one with the happy couple. Ask Rennie about it. He looked uncharacteristically happy in the picture. Go to the harbour gates and ask the jolly Mesk about the armour. Okay, well, we have a list of things to do, but I think we can carry on here first? I remember we were going to do something here, but we haven't, so... the shipyard ahead is oddly quiet, the great machines are sleeping. I can't remember if we're supposed to be here or not. Pile of cargo belts used for heavy lifting, one says vermilion. This speaker tower is silent, there is no work to organize in the yard below. Okay. Should I go back first? Should I be doing other stuff first? I'm not sure. Oh. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Okay. Locked. Epic. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. You can burn coffee? So that's where I can go. Oh no, stuff here first. Banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Okay.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on. Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. You don't interrupt the little man in his joyous activity. Oh no, that means I leave. Alright. Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Huh.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am, yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him? Sure.
Everything
Fuck.
is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Red is so much prettier than drab or green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus or his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Good for you, Chief. Good for you.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks to you for assistance. Let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Ooh.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everard has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Okay.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Buford you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everard trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, This place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold on, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna go look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Okay. What's in that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Shut up. I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But you gotta be quick if you want to see him. He leaves around 10 p.m.
Oh. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
He returns to his work.
The 15th Indo tribe.
Huh.
Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Celinda. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
Oh. What? Bonuses from the thought. Plus 10 cents for every green orb clicked, letting cap for several fair races. Okay. Cool. I don't remember what that means because it's been a while, but still. We need to go visit the man then, I'm assuming. The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. The stair made of pallets leading up. Are you the guy? How do I get up? Oh. Hello. Can I have a look at your fish first? Taxidermy fish that tells time, casually.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dog workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Dubois? Does that mean you know me? He gestures to a tiny chair opposite of his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I guess.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Your lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Yeah, I gotta ask this first. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I want to know my name.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing. Sure.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Gonna heal myself just in case sitting on this chair takes longer. I can't take a comically large check. You could take that comically large check. No. If I take it, am I gonna owe him? That's my thing. If I take it, am I gonna have to owe him? Keep it, I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
Yes.
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
How did he know?
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry.
Harry!
Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
So my name is Harry Dubois?
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Kim? Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
The chair is killing you. Of fucking course it is. Well, I have to. YOLO.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not. I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Yes, I'm dying.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
I'm melting.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade?
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
He perks up.
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Okay.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory is fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Oh, that was easy.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange.
I feel like a Dubois, but not quite like a Harry. Something longer.
Sure, okay. You're Harold. Harmon. Haroldamus? But that's not what the record says. The record says Harry Dubois, a real man's name.
The lieutenant covers his face and sighs audibly.
Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I think I do. I'd be a wonderful father.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
What kind of a cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry?
Yes. You seem to be. A lot of the time. But right now, there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Having a look at the folder.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
He knows everything about me.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Harry, I just know the things that matter to our friendship, and I want you to feel free to ask me about those things.
Let's talk about other matters for a moment.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Valsen crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Wanted to go over a couple of things. No. Let's talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Okay.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Everything sounds shady about it.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Why don't you open it yourself? I don't know, what do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
I wouldn't call it extraordinary, but sure.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
I can't accept this thing.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
I think he has it. I think he knows. I think he knows.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
Damn it. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities. I'm too surprised by the resilience and pistol I've been provided with.
Yes, yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Are they?
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
That's what I assumed. Did he really hold my gun hostage? Wait. The gun may have been bought by Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun. Keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in the previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Are you sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then, positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
I do like positive emotions, you're right. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
Okay.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You are a community leader. You are a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up a handset of a radio phone on his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science.
He hangs up and turns back to you.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy. I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
What?
Let's hear it, Harry.
Oh no,
Of course, Harry, of course.
Um,
Let's not linger on a fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss? Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Thanks. Oh gosh. Please talk to me.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. Nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for the damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have the
Let's
money.
talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Okay, time to sleep.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, He is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Lovely. Look, something forgotten on the coffee table. What? The coffee, I guess? I don't know. Okay, let's go to bed then, because Kim wants to go to bed. Sleepy time.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Okay. Where's the exit? This way? This is where I... Ah, that door? No, 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 not that. Is that the door? No, no, this is someone's house. No, not in here. Where do I go? Down here? Oh, eh? Can't reach that. Do I carry on then? Oh, money. Oh, grab the money. Was there somewhere else I could go? I generally don't know how to get out. Map? No. Get the body down, paper damages, special borscht. Was there somewhere I could go in here? Hold on, I'm back. Is there... Oh, he's gone. Can I go behind? No. Right. How do I get off? Okay. Down here. Kim, how do we leave? Go down the stairs, man. Is there a door over here? Oh, wait. Oh,
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
I think I picked up all the bottles already, though. Can I go down here? No. How do I go down? Is it through? Oh. I can't go there? No. Is it through here? Am I high? Oh. There we go. Different stuff. A notice, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Okay. Who we... Okay, I'm not going over there just yet. I have no idea who those guys are. I will do that tomorrow. When my morale and health aren't destroyed. Go down. Thank you. Wall. It says gr. Well, I could have read that. The strikers are gone. I guess it is bedtime. Oh, okay, I'm here. Right, okay. The shop's gonna be closed. So I'm gonna, it's fine. Oh no. I don't know a song yet.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love... Yes?
Never mind. Sorry about... So, about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
If we come to a sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim's about to say something, let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay. Wait. Nope, not yet. Tomorrow. Next day even. Okay. Motor carriage, you say?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Look in the suspect transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are those things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Did you want to put these spinners on your machine?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
I'm sorry that you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
I can't take them, it wouldn't be right.
Alright, let's not take them now. Then, come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
I don't want to eat. He wants them. He wants them. That's the problem. He wants them. I can't take them. Do you think I can go back and ask for the 25 real? What the hell about me? Ah. Hold on.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What am I?
Guess.
Cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
What are the other copper types?
Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
Won't the other copper types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
They should be sorry.
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up?
You know, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
I'm really not sorry. Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Get fucked, pussy. Outplayed. Outplayed my own thoughts. Schizophrenia. It's locked. Great. I want to sell me bottles.
Hello again, officer.
It's
How are things?
so late and you're still here.
I'm a Nighthawk. What can I say?
He flashes a smile.
Odd.
Okay. Where the fuck do I find... How much do I owe him? How much do I owe him again? Is it 25?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? A lot. For the room and broken window? 100 real. Like what? I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Yes. Right. Where am I gonna find 100 real? I really don't want to sell the hubcaps. They're his. But I can't, I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Fuck.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
the lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
God fucking damn it. I'm gonna have to though. I haven't got a choice. That sucks. This guy, right?
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
How come you're still open?
The pawn shop is always open.
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the
Yes.
movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
What's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. An early death. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Have the people from Everett Clare's Union come back to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday. Looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip. But you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Thanks for the review. Let's talk about something else.
Sure, man.
Something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
The lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash, then turns to you.
Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his pocket.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I don't have anything else to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay, well, let's go to bed. God damn it. Evening.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well,
Lamb bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
What?
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Great.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
20 a night?
I'll
Shit.
take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Well, just like that, I could have learned use a skill slot, but I don't have anything to learn, right? That's fine, I guess. Okay, well, we'll have to figure out some way to get money later. Can I? Oh, right.
Yes?
Okay. Have a look. Alright, okay. Which one's my room? This one?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay. Sure, I guess. Guy's still hanging.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a
Ooh,
moment.
what?
He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
He flicks the ash.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Don't worry, Kim, I'll be in much better in shape tomorrow.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's a tough cookie, that one.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Very serviceable name, too. I don't know how I feel about my name, actually.
That's normal. It's best not to give it too much thought.
Kim must have had doubts about his name at some point too, but deliberately discarded them.
Have you ever wanted to change your name, Kim?
Change? No, not exactly. But I think all of us at some point imagined what our lives might have been had we been something else. And then we feel trapped by the names we've been given as symbols of the intentions and expectations of others.
He pulls a long, pensive drag.
Even if I were to change my name now, upon hearing any syllable that sounds like Kim in the street, I turn to see who was calling me. But let's talk about Joyce Messier for a moment.
I don't like her name. We tried to interview her, but she asked us to do something for her first.
I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
He purses his lips.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Possibly.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Part of the Jamrock shuffle. I don't like to waste time, you know, but my moves fast, the rest has to try and keep up. If a long distance run, just how we roll. While my moves fast, the rest is to try and keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those hills.
He nods thoroughly, tapping his fingers on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. What are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you be sure the arrestees will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
I see. And if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
So if I kill someone while on duty, have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
Oh.
He says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
Have I killed anyone?
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere down there, melting in all the drink.
I don't know if I really want to know.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
He's not judging you. He's respectfully acknowledging the difficulty of working in your precinct.
What happens to people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. So if I kill someone while on duty,
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
and who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
I just realized. Hold on. There we go. Might be better on that side. There we go. So you can see the text.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the coalition government.
It's probably more honest, yes. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
The moral intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
Eh? Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful. Though it's hard to say why.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls a cigarette and the slim white thing in his fingers. Things are bad here. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest Bugarist organization protecting Bugarist rights. Immigrants, liberal Crips, fucking men are turning into women. What? On second thought, I don't have an opinion. We need them here to giving us the right to police Revachol.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law? Vigilantes is okay with me.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
He pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Bedtime. Let's try this again. Don't just wait out there, man. Oh, can I try some of this stuff again?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below. Dark phantoms with many tiny eyes, chaotically arranged and not looking at you.
Okay.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Crawl in. Sleepy time.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep
Nope.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket?
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Great. Nightmare. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Oh. It's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I left.
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Okay, thanks. I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Rip this voice actor's voice, damn. Yeah, very true. I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
There's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Huh. Oh. I'm healed, I guess. Anyway.
Good going, buddy.
The fuck did I do? Fuck you. What the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell's going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
What is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. With me. To wake up exactly 7:30 every morning until the day you die. Don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect without it. It's that simple.
I don't want to work in the shit factory. I don't want to go in the shit factory. No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town will be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Okay. Oh, I can't collect these bottles? Look. Do I have to knock on the door? Hmm?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me.
The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it.
Okay, well, that just sounds like a way to lower my morale, so fuck you, door. Oh. Yes, talk to Kitaragi Kim. There he is. Okay, Kim, there are people here.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Are the men Gati told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
We should cut the body down. I think that's gonna be my greatest concern right now.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Missing?
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Do you trust Gary?
Oh, sweetie. It's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
The waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
Sick.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Tell me about Morel, looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What's your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he'd just divorced. We hit it off and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
that's all for now. I do need to cut the body down. Up.
Let me handle this.
A woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
You're not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Feels like she's waiting for a reaction of some sort. You're right, Lieutenant. She did seem friendlier sitting on that corner.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
I should talk to Titus then. No, don't go in yet. Don't go in yet. I want to take the body down. I need to find what's his face. Manny will help us take down the body. It's not you, is it? I need to put my bottles away. Or Manny.
The tear machine stand. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Lovely.
And you're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
Okay.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more.
You say this every time.
Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
I'm not gonna buy alcohol or drugs. Leave me alone, electrochemistry. And is it this guy? Is he the big strong fellow who's gonna help me?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Oh, what is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A monstrous shadow high above the fire traps of the domain. The 881 motorway running over this district of Jamrock. Concrete pillars rise up from the midst of the dilapidated wooden houses. On the horizon, barely visible, the hazy machinery of the harbor.
Shudder and breathe on your hands.
Life in the domain is even worse off than in Martinez. The cold air is stiff from the fumes of the motor carriages and lorries roaring overhead. Below, broken down, battered people mill on the dusty streets with no purpose. Yet amongst them, there is no sight of this man. Nowhere.
You're not from the domain.
Yeah? What makes you say that?
No one there knows you.
They know me. That's bullshit.
He turns his attention back to the harbor gate. Okay.
Yes?
Just making sure. Alright. First of all, stuff. I have 2 skill points. Find morale. No. I want... Close the waterlock on Wednesday. Is today Wednesday? No, this is Tuesday apparently. Oh. Work on the balcony. Everett open beta. Yeah. Special boss in karaoke. He said there was someone help me get the body down. Getting the body down. Go to Measurehead on the gates and ask him to get the body down. On the gates? On this gate?
Scab?
Ask a man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop, Scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Everett said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling and Riding.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be racist.
That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Man takes a big sip of his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. So not wages or pensions?
This stuff, they already covered.
Couldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people we here have.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
The bossman's Everett. How can you tell me about him? Got the pic. Wait, what? What can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyways?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
It just seems lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you, you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
I got the picture. Let me ask you something else.
Sure thing.
A gust of wind blows through his hair.
What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff. Get to know him.
I don't even know your name. Who are you?
Call me Mañana. I'm just a humble harbor worker for the past 6-7 years.
Not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists, or criminals, or revolutionaries and the sort. An alias. A nom de guerre.
Call me Mañana? What kind of name is that?
It means call me tomorrow.
Have you had any other names?
Plenty to go around. Don't get greedy and try to swipe mine, though. You got your own.
So it's a nom de guerre?
A nom de guerre would be more like
Damn it.
Guerra Mañana. Now that we are getting so well acquainted, what's your name?
Harry Dubois.
Be honest with him.
I lost it while drinking.
Wow, this is major. You're like a man born anew. Okay, so if you can't find it, maybe make up a new one?
Maybe I take that into consideration.
Can't live in this world without names, see? Important things they are. Vessels of the soul.
What's your deal with names anyhow? Is it a spiritual thing or a philosophical one?
More a poetic thing. Any attempt to formulate a grand unified theory about it ends in the stupidest shit imaginable. Doesn't make it less true, though.
He nods sagely.
That means I can't tell you about it. I can only show you. You may understand in time. Or not. But it might be easy enough.
Fair enough. Seems interesting.
Words guide our life. We commune with each thing through its word. Every word is also a name, is it not?
I think I might be a Harry.
Harry. It's cool. But I'm sure you could come up with something even cooler.
Okay, I have a name for myself. It's...
Your mind can only conjure up Hunk Handy, Fake Valdez, Bosco. You
Again.
might want to decide to keep quiet about these.
I actually don't have a name.
It can take time to come up with a good one, for sure.
You're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno said you knew about the armor?
The little boy had the good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig of his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
The probe into the armor, what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all of it. All of them.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing. But okay, let's find all of it.
Yeah.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. Let's change the topic.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Nice talk. Gotta get moving. Okay, I gotta find the man who's gonna take down the body. Looking monolithic. Are you the guy?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Huh?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing, size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Is it really so bad?
It's not good.
Great.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
What is Al Ghul?
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you, for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
You mean alcohol?
Correct, my small skull servant.
I still need you to respect the law.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
What does that mean?
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich still race still has it in them.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos.
What?
But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
What is he talking about? Situation is serious. Your people have... Oh, this is going nowhere. Where's the guy who's gonna help me? Is it him? Go to Measurehead on the gates. Are you Measurehead? Are you Measurehead? I forgot to check your name. Are you Measurehead?
Last we
You
saw,
are Measurehead.
your race was being superseded by the Seminese.
Now I just need you to cooperate with me as a police officer.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
What are you talking about?
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
What?
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I need you to help me get a body down from a tree.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Okay.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
What?
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
What?
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Wait, that means showing everyone that we're taking orders from the Union.
Yes. That is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay, well, if we have to, I guess I haven't got a choice.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
I'm sure this will come and bite me in the ass.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power.
I could
I'm
tell.
Katya, by the way.
Okay.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
For dead bodies, yes.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
That's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then,
What?
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
What? Oh, he's back. He kind of looks like he's built like a colossal titan from Attack on Titan.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
What does that mean? There's been no side changing. We did what we needed to keep order.
And what you had to do, was to become a Union man for all to see.
Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Why is that a check? Let's see if I can convince him that I'm racist.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
But you still serve him. How does that factor in your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did.
What are you talking about?
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
You say to serve is noble, but when I said that I did this for the good of RCM, you called me a hand sandwich. I think your logic is a little flawed, Chief, but anyway. Make sure to hit like and subscribe to my advanced race theory. Okay. I don't know what these mean. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've got it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same, I guess.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
What are the tattoos supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorry man down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You're right. This craniometric perfection, my race does not stand a chance.
Correct.
Good. I'm glad I got that right. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the Union?
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonies. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Oh, which one? There's 3. Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
They just keep getting better. How'd you know there'll be a next racist? You planning something, Kim?
There always is.
Race is reality.
Fuck it. No, wait, no. I saw the gambling and I realized what it was. It was to agree to be racist. My god. I was nearly fooled into racism through gambling. This is fucked. No, I can't do that. That's racist, right?
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Fucking dare to be racist. I agree. First, where is the Kingdom of Conscience? No more talk, sign me up for the passport. Where is the Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How'd you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally.
That's a big word. I have no fucking clue what that means.
Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
Shut the fuck up, electrochemistry.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Increment by increment.
What about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What benevolence.
Yes?
What a fucking joke.
Wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo? What's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Probably. Yeah, I guess.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress.
Okay, but what is the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
What does any of this mean? Seems fine. I just want to live in present though. Man, that sounds kind of terrible. I don't think I want to. Sounds incredible. Alan Z, let's go there right now. Why is everyone using such big words? I don't know what any of this means. Fuck it. I want to go to the Kingdom of Conscience.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Then let's get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay. What does that mean? Okay, so I need to spend skill points, right? There you go. Kingdom of Conscience. Partake is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice the change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer than they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? These are the ideas of the Coalition and the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue. And they're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? What does this mean? -2 half-light calm water. Sure. I'll internalize it with Hobocop. Anyway. Oh, I can take off this bag, I think. There you go. Sick. Is the guy gonna shout at me now? Go down there, please. Thank you. Let's talk to him, see what he says.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
He doesn't care. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Well, time to go see a body. Was that woman up there before? Hey, Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Nice.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
What? I wish I could have been there to see it, but now I have questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaught.
I talked to Mananya about the armor.
So?
He raises his eyebrow, projecting aggressive indifference.
You should thank him.
Nothing, the tip really paid off. Good job, Kuno.
What? Don't be playing Kuno off as a snitch bitch. The oldest trick in the book, people.
Are you snitching, Kuno?
This is some ancient bullshit, people. Kuno would rather take 10 than snitch. Pigs full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
You found a real nice button to push. Turned the tables on him.
I'm winning.
You're a little bit closer now to understanding this kid.
I'm winning against a child. Figure out what's going on with this kid. Got a good chance now.
It's not
Yes!
Kuno. It's Kuno S.
What? Interesting, how?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Kuno. Hey.
Fuck you whispering about?
He whispers back.
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you f***ers whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
Okay.
This is it.
I mean, gay.
You've got
Sorry.
him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Are you serious?
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
Is that true?
She understands what you're trying to do.
How?
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You're just down again.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
You're serious about his killing business?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
How many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
There's something cold in the air, like water lapping against cold stones, or dripping in a hallway nearby. 3 years ago, there were shoes in the corner. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
What's with the language she uses? Napakimi and Figari?
Fuck knows. She says it's the Song of Air people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Or it could just be a different language, I guess. You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
She your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Trey?
Yeah, she was just there.
He points at the apartment building behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck looking at the building.
She was in the hallway. Dripping wet. By the fucking shoe rack. In the dark.
That hallway there with the janitor's closet. Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno, Kuno S, two of a kind.
Why is she called Kuno S then?
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno.
You don't know her name?
No one knows her name. Kuno told you, this shit was Psycho Killer.
How are you dealing with all this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
You need backup, I'm here for you.
Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her, you threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Understood, Kuno.
Alright, now we can do business.
Okay.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker.
I'm sorry, what?
That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
Oh, wait. Illegal narcotics. Wait.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay. That was a mission we had, right? Hold on. Something about illegal narcotics. Find booze and getting the body down the jam mystery. It was for the woman. Smoker on the balcony. Special boss. Open apartment door. Find the money. Get that. Alright, let's do the body first. So I can be sure.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have something else for this? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything.
Honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I feel like I'm a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
It appears I've forgotten what a field autopsy is.
It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Do we need a scalpel for it?
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Well, let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Where should I take these notes?
In your paperwork, officer. Just fill out the field autopsy form.
I think I lost my paperwork.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
My shoes. I have both of them. I found the other one too.
Good. Otherwise you would only have one shoe now.
He looks at his notebook.
I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several actually, but only if it helps move things along.
Let's work off yours for now.
Right. The autopsy form is near the end.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh, I've already spoken to you. Enough.
Come back later, Corporal.
Open the notebook.
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my
Yes,
The
okay,
dead
yep.
man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.081
Write it down.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Right, roughly 50.
the corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook, teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race.
Mondial.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Yes, fucky.
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right, fucky. Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Oh no, he was pregnant. Oh, it's so sad. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not so sure.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side and checks the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Write it down.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Drama, you haven't said anything up to this point.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Right down.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife, with the other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got those chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now...
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully. With as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Okay. Oh, I can't quit now. Fuck, I can't put on clothes that upgrade me. I do have 2 more points. Physical instrument. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that. What if I just upgrade my physical instrument right now? Oh god, fucking menus. Upgrade it right now. Oh! Would you look at that? That's way better. Alright, yep.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his fingers along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact.
Get fucked.
Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier, a mercenary.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
He takes man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Pleasure's all mine. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Kobo. I feel like you were once, for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
You're dead.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination. Summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
What?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Look deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
The lieutenant repeats impatiently. Let's go of the jaw. The mouth snaps shut before you.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
He wipes his brow.
Ah. Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around on the ground and the pool of Feces? There?
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly, write it down, omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuna. He is silent with it. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark. Oh. What's the 4th field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Fatal injury?
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
What now?
Now? Now we put him in a body bag, and I drive him to Faubourg for processing.
The lieutenant looks at the dead man one more time, then at his notebook, then at the corpse again. He's thinking, did I miss something? You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look under his fingernails.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I've got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Alright. Focus on that one then. Whirling and Rags guy. You got an industrial sized fridge in there that we can borrow? Gotta put a corpse in there.
Can I help you?
I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Correct him.
I want to put a very important dead body into your fridge.
I don't care. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Why?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
I had to.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Wow. Turned the lieutenant off like he was a busted old radio. He really is the lord of his realm.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
Freight clerk? Freight clerk?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
I need a fridge to store a corpse.
The man keeps shaking his head. His eyes seem sad. Then he starts swiping crumbs off the countertop.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
We need to put a dead body in this fridge.
Oh, no. Body no fit fridge. Fridge more.
Maybe it's a small... okay then.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Listen to him. This is a man who clearly knows about bodies and fridges, and bodies fitting into fridges.
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit. We need a bigger fridge.
Where do I find a bigger fridge? Oh.
Kingdom of Conscience. The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
I know exactly what that means. Learning cap for volition raised to 5. For logic. Moralist dialogue options. Heal +1 morale. Okay. What's the new item? Oh, happy couple. Okay. Right. My legs bent the wrong way. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Cool. Where am I gonna find a bigger fridge? Ask around about a fridge. Let's ask the racist.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First you knew Shilling didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He grins a wide smile.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Evashel West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Kim's Bluff saw you snooping cabin. Please work. Which one is it? Half-Light. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna gamble.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Why don't you and me step outside for a little talk?
What? What do you think we're doing right now, runt? We're outside, talking. There's some kind of homo thing?
Maybe it is. Would that work? Fuck it.
Okay, that's enough, detective. That's enough. We'll just have to ask someone else about the lady driver. Let's go.
Damn it. I tried. Who do I ask about a fridge? You know anything about a fridge?
Right to work!
No. Who else would know about a fridge?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
You have a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
You'd store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
Never mind, it would never fit.
Yeah, super funny.
Okay. Anyway. Not a viable fridge. Where would I find a viable fridge? In here? Would the pawn shop have a fridge? Is he gonna sell me a fridge?
Hello, hello. Let me know if...
Nope, you don't have anything. I gotta go. I gotta find a fridge. I have to hurry. Where would I find a fridge? He's new. I'll have to talk to him in a bit. Is it this?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Come back later. There a fridge in here by any chance? Bathroom.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Hold on. You know of a fridge I can get?
Give me a moment.
Okay. Sorry. No one here. No. Down. Is there a fridge on your boat, ma'am?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Fridge. Who would have a fridge? Businessman? Would businessman have a fridge? Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Just walk up there because it's really annoying, these stairs. Okay. No, they probably won't have a fridge. Is there a fridge in here? I can't see one. Let's see. He seems like a man with a fridge. And a big one too. He said he was willing to help me. Need a fridge.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always.
You
See
don't-
you soon,
You don't have a fridge. Leave me alone. Who else would have a fridge? Are there any other places to find fridges? Do we have to ask Kuno?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not
Open.
lessened since you were... And
Damn it.
as it's always...
Got the shop. Upstairs bit, maybe? This upstairs bit here. We're gonna have to ask Kuno, aren't we? I can't think of anywhere else that might have a fridge. Go downstairs, please. Thank you. Jesus. Would the lorry drivers possibly have one or know where one is?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just...
Maybe the full-on...
Yes. Fridge. Where would I find a fridge? Oh, I can get down here. I remember I can do the encyclopedia thing here, right?
Old monument stands in the middle of the traffic.
Hold on. Who would have a fridge here? Who would have a fridge here? Kuno seems like the kind of man with a fridge. I trust that man with a fridge. Oi, Kuno. You got a fridge, mate?
Fuck does Kuno care?
I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
I thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Right now the clock is ticking.
Kuno's clock's not doing shit. Kuno's got a fuckload of time.
Don't believe him, Kuno. He just wants to use your fridge.
Kuno's a poor kid from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
Sounds a little weak.
No, it's not weakness.
The fuck are you doing right now? The fuck is this shit?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
I've lost everything, Kuno. My memory, my money, my name. I can't lose my job. Please help me.
It's not that dramatic. We can just send the body to processing.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig. If you were Kuno, the fuck would you care?
This isn't going to work at all. You lied to me, golden
You just
mouth
haven't
man.
done it long enough. You need to do it even longer.
This isn't about me, Kuno. It's about the people I'm trying to help. It's too late for me anyway.
See, sad shit? Kuno doesn't fucking care about this sad shit. Your sad shit. Now, how about you at least try to entertain the Kuno, or get the fuck off his crime scene?
Why don't we go pester some other kids now?
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Where the fuck? Where the fuck am I gonna find a fridge?
Hello again, sir.
Would you happen to know a good fridge?
A fridge?
Yeah, like a big fridge a cop could put a dead body into.
You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
Huh?
Ice bear fridge?
Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement, with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind the bookstore. Mum doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary.
And there's a big fridge there?
Yes.
Oh, one more thing. How do I get inside the building?
That's a problem. The only way in is through the bookstore, but my mum is pretty strict about not letting anyone in. But I don't know, you're a policeman. Maybe you can convince her somehow. Anyway.
Cool. Time to fridge. Hey, ma'am. I'm gonna go break down your door. Well, this isn't creepy.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Hold on. Anything to change pain threshold. Didn't think so. Let's make myself a physical instrument at least. Is it pain threshold? Yeah. I'm not gonna level it up, but...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands.
Can any of the tools help me before I do it? Flashlight, crowbar? Pry bar even? Flashlight? Maybe?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
YOLO! Oh dear lord. Oh my god! Ah.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
This really wasn't the best idea, was it?
Are you alright?
Lieutenant steps
These
closer.
looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door?
No.
I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
I kind of need to get in. Do I? Do I? Shrug off the pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Pain threshold comes up quite a lot, to be honest. It might be good. YOLO!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before
Let's
you,
go!
covered in dozens,
Yes!
if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
What?
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Fuck it, it hurts. It's a workout room. Also says, Citius Fortis, the rest is worn off. Sand is dripping from the punch bag. He was afraid of a workout room? Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. Oh.
What is this place?
Dusty training. It's an adventure. It's another world beyond the evil. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed.
Oh.
No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Okay. Flashlight. Oh, ew. Oh! Wait.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. Why does it feel so familiar?
Oh, God. But my physical instrument is 6. Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
I have to lift the weight. I have to. Do it. Fuck! Not good. Is this gonna hurt? Am I dead? I don't think I healed.
You managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Worth a shot. Seems like a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck. Weightlifting is for the intellectually impaired.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Well, worth a shot. Anyway. Oh, I can do more. Shot put ball. Sure. Oh, I can give it to the guys because of the one I threw? I threw away a ball, right? So I can give that back, I guess. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. What is with this angle? There we go. What the fuck? Okay. A large demijohn full of strange liquids. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. Airship rotors covered in spiders' webs. They remain you of blades. Well, this is not creepy as fuck. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Blue velvet, soft of touch, moth-bitten. Oh, money. Lovely.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin, this is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Huh.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? One of them is a welcome supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Well, this has been educational. Move on.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
Shut the fuck up, electrochemistry.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Inspect the schedule?
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain.
Keep reading, what happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and Heat death of the universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Okay. Interesting.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
You sound surprised and a bit cautious.
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Is the lieutenant a little scared? Just now when he looked around.
Turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
The lieutenant notes, observing the machine. Play?
Nothing happens.
Play?
Nothing happens.
Print?
Nothing happens.
Print?
Nothing happens.
Or the shot. Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. This?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Are we dealing with something medical here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm looking at here. Oh. Is this Emma's atelier? Money?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program.
No, that's not it. I think it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How were they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Oh. He says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Damn it. Could have made millions, Kim. What are you doing? Skis with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. What's this? Production schedule, filament memory. Oh, there you go. Back to the computer. Oh, there's room in there as well. I gotta check out afterwards. A lot of rooms.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Obviously.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Are you a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean the glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Oh. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why do you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalogue before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game.
Any other questions?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappearing along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smouldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Print?
Nothing happens.
Yeah, with a shot. Alright, password. Is that a cupboard or a door? Let's find out. Uh-oh. Oh! The polar bear. Polar bear fridge.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim, it's a fridge, remember?
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in the abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light.
Somewhere in the past, it's summer. 5-year-old Fifette lets go of her mother's hand, change jingling in her pockets as she hops towards the ice cream stand right across the plaza.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you, easily.
Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then
it's very loud. Oh, okay.
The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Musical instrument? This is not normally like you. We need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the meat and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and he does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
Yeah, I'm not proud either, but we did find a fridge. Did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection. under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Great.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
At the Orbitosi, you said you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
I'm not drinking.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Try to remove the dead man's boots?
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Okay. One more time.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Look in the mouth, refrigerate the body. Okay, well, I guess I'll try again in a bit. There's stuff here, though. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. A flashlight casts a strange shadow. There is a hidden doorway here. Okay, well, this is definitely an important room, so I'm gonna check what the other way is first. What's here? Another doorway? Christ. Oh. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Postcard. Open this, I guess.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. No one's home. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
I can try.
Thanks. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
Okay.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects.
Thanks.
You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff and despair.
Kudos.
Yes. I get to learn. I get to anti-object task force. I think I need this one. Should I forget Hobocop? Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. More money from selling tear. Bottles on the map. Reveals extra special collector's edition tear. Bonus from the thought. Plus 10 cents for every green orb clicked. Learning cap for savior. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance. What is my endurance? It's 1. So it won't fucking matter anyways. Should I? Forget. But learn anti-object. There we go. I'm going to break stuff. Okay. Let's inspect that room then. Hmm. Ooh. Magnesium? Oh, yes, healing stuff. Oh, we should use one. I'm out of healing stuff, which is not fun.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I hear the murderer of a hanged man talking. But I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs. We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains.
Smear your hand with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Let's not do that.
Yes, how grown up. The furnace agrees. The lieutenant seems relieved as well.
Okay, I'm not gonna kick it. It's a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Okay. I'm not gonna kick it, I'm out of healing items. The wall collapsed, it's inaccessible now. That's where the body is. So we're going down here. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Oh, thank God. Just in case I suck. Stairs? Okay. Oh! Mesh tank top. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Money. Lovely. I can nearly afford a room today. The cellar window, people's feet shuffling by on the street. Okay, what is this? Will that turn everything on or off?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Well, I don't want to turn any of them off. Come on, let me in. There we go. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine woodstock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Okay. Nice. So I just have a rifle now? I do. I have a Bell McGravie rifle. Handwritten note on the fridge.
Note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
Okay. I wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they have to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Was that it? Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Okay. Alright. Where's the box? Well, there it is. But I'm assuming this is the ice cream maker. I thought I searched it, but I guess not.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Tried to crack open the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Okay. I'll do that. This one.
This orange machine is buzzing like an
my
old
lord.
submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
What do you mean, pry bar not strong enough? Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams.
Oh, I
In the
know.
distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
I gotta turn the machine off, that's why.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unplug the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black's not like the red one. Because it's black, the color of an immeasurable cosmos. I don't really know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Now. Will that mean it's... like, okay?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Hey, yo. 3% chance. I like those odds.
The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Right. Okay. Guess I'll wait. Oh, I'm here. Right, okay. That's not too bad then. Anything to comment?
Yes?
No? Okay, well, worth a shot. Okay. Well, we've... The corpse is now safe in the fridge. Out of sight, out of mind, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure where to go forward from here. I think I do need to call it here for tonight, though. It's getting late. But I think next stream, I need to actually go through the list of things I need to do and start progressing these stuff, because I'm kind of still just winging it. It's now it's now midday of the second day, and it's going to cost me all my money to sleep, so I need to make sure I get a lot done, today. But that will be done next stream, because it's getting late now. Okay. Alright. That's okay. We made progress. We got the body down. That's the main thing I wanted to sort out. Because I was a bit worried that the body was still hanging. So, now that we got the body down, I feel like we're making some progress now. But there's a list of things I need to do, and I need to make sure I do it. And next stream, I think I'm just going to go through all of my stuff, all of my quests, and just see what I can progress as quick as possible. Try and get some real progress. But, for now, I'm going to call it there for tonight. Thank you all for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you like what I do, please consider following. I stream every Sunday at 8:30 PM GMT. And I also have a YouTube under the same name. I upload every Friday at 5 PM GMT. The Elden Ring series is officially over. I uploaded the final episode this week. There'll be one more Elden Ring video. I won't spoil it, but there'll be one more Elden Ring video after that, and then it'll be back to regularly scheduled programming and just random stuff. And I'm a bit worried because I've been doing a lot of uni work, and I do need to catch up on video editing, so I'm going to be busy with that. So I think it's going to be a busy week next week. But either way, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!